In 2025, I set goals to change my life after starting over at midlife. But the harder I tried to force change, the more I struggled and the worse my finances got. I really wasn't aware how my emotions and my self-limiting beliefs were holding me back. I was trying to change my outer life without working on my inner self-image. So in 2026, I'll be focusing on uncovering those self-limiting beliefs, because now I know that rebuilding your life starts from the inside. Hello, I'm Shirley, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back, my beautiful friends. And how many times have we tried to change our life and we get to a certain amount of success, if we could call it success, and we get a certain amount of achievement, but in reality we just seem to reach a different kind of hard or a different kind of struggle, and nothing really changes to how we'd like it to change. We keep getting ourselves into the same old situations, we keep meeting the same person in a different body, and I guess life is trying to teach us something, but when are we going to learn? Just before Christmas, I really was at the point where I was just wanting to give up, and I thought, oh goodness, why don't I just create videos and just put it up there and see what happens. But in reality, that wasn't something that I wanted to do. What I want to share here is something that is helping me to improve my life, with a view that hopefully it will help you too. And even if it's just me sharing my struggles, that at least we don't all feel all alone. Like I shared in my previous video, I really did try to do everything that I thought was the best thing to do in trying to improve my videos. I kept thinking, if other people can do it, why can't I do it? And I knew that just putting any old rubbish video out there is just a self-defeatist attitude, and that's one thing that I didn't want to do. Thankfully, I came across the morning pages, and these morning pages really was the turning point for me in changing my mindset. The one thing that doing the morning pages practice revealed to me was that I'd been like a bull in a china shop and doing all the practical changes and practical action stuff to rebuild my life at midlife, but I never slowed down enough to really listen to what my inner guidance was telling me. And I think the goal-setting people or experts who tell us to make goals and to focus on your goal and all those sorts of action things, in a way I think they're doing us a disservice, because the one thing that many people talking about goal setting, especially at this time of the year, is that they never mention or they never talk about the importance of doing the internal work. And this is the biggest thing that I've learned in 2025 in the struggle to really rebuild my life at midlife. So like everybody, my goal setting for 2025 were focused on doing this, doing that, achieving this, achieving that. But I never ever considered how my emotions and my self-limiting beliefs were having such a control over my actions and what I was doing. And looking at my goals just kept me thinking, I need to work harder, I need to be better, I need to be perfect, my videos need to be perfect. But really, the harder I tried, the more I struggled, the worse I felt. And as I've shared already, just success that I was hoping to achieve by the end of 2025, and we are now the 28th of December, I think, as I'm recording this. It's nowhere near where I want it to be. And even though I thought I was doing everything right, I just felt unsettled, or something just didn't feel right. And it just shows from the results or the lack of results that I got for the whole year. And it's only been since doing the morning pages I've come to realize how my fears and my unworthiness or feelings of unworthiness were really having such a big control of what I was doing. And I was coming from fear and anxiety. This isn't working. What am I doing wrong? What else can I try? What's wrong with me? All those sense of, or all those questions just keep repeating in my head. And it just felt like I really wasn't going anywhere, or I wasn't getting anywhere. And realistically, I didn't get much further than where I was this time last year. In a way, I think I'm in a worse situation this year because all I relied on was the benefits I was getting and the minute income that I got from YouTube. And I was definitely rebuilding my life from a sense of fear and not the new person that I had hoped to be by now. And that's the thing, I think, is that we're thinking that by making all these changes we're going to start being successful or feeling more self-confident, having more self-assurance and trust within ourselves. And we're waiting for us to achieve the success or achieve the money, or for some people it may be finding a partner. We're waiting for all those things before we start feeling worthy, or we feel loved or deserving of all the good things in our life. The one thing I have been thinking about is how can I make changes in my life to make it better, because obviously the practical actions that I took in 2025 wasn't effective, and I was just waiting to feel worthy and confident after I've achieved a certain amount of success. And I think from continuing to do the morning pages, what's come to light, and I have to get this done before the light gets really dark, what's come to light is that I need to start working on my self-image, and not just the self-image. I think if you're in the position as I am, what I tend to feel is so much of those conditioned anxieties, unworthiness, feeling of just not good enough. But if we keep waiting until we are the successful person that we think we will be, I don't think we will ever reach the certain success or confidence or achievement or the love partner, if that's what you're looking for. I don't think we'll ever achieve those if we're waiting until we get to be that person, or to be with that person, or to have the money, or be in a house or in a situation that we'd ideally want to be. But I know that getting over the lifetime and the layers of negative conditioning is not a one and done exercise. It's going to take some time to uncover all those negative feelings and self-limiting beliefs, and facing those emotions that we've buried from people and from what we think we've buried for ourselves or from ourselves. But in reality, they are running our life or controlling our life. And that's what I will be uncovering over 2026 in sharing my journal entries or the insights that I'm getting from my morning pages. So I hope that you will stick around and subscribe and share this journey with me. And I'd love it also if you can hit the like button and the hype, I think somewhere around the 3 dots at the bottom of this video. And I'll see you in the next video.